Hello, everyone. Welcome to Saturday series where small lessons create big changes. I'm your host, John Anire, and today we are going to be talking on a very interesting topic. So, I'm going to be summarizing another book, which is called The Art of War by Sun Tzu. This book has like different translations. This book is a strategy book, it's like a guide, it's a war book, a book that's written like in a war setting. So it's more like how to like fight battles. But now we are going to be like relating these battles to our everyday life. So the name of the book is The Art of War by Sun Tzu. So this is your crash code in case you don't want to read the book. You don't have to because I'm going to be summarizing everything for you right now. Now the first law is know yourself, know your enemy, and you will not fear 100 battles. One of the biggest like powerful, I would like call it features, one of the biggest traits you can have is self-awareness, learning how to understand yourself. If you master yourself, because I feel like that's your biggest, like that's your life's work, to be able to master yourself and know what is good for you, what is not good for you. So if you know yourself, you know your enemy, you cannot fear any battle, to be honest, because you've understood yourself and you've understood the other person. So I think the first important point in this book is just, mastery and like self-understanding. Point two is the greatest victory usually requires no power. Sun Tzu says that smart people do not fight every fight. If you can win an argument without proving, without fighting, without arguing, that is one of the highest level of power. It's not everything that needs a reaction. It's not everything that needs your reply. So one of the highest levels of like self-control and the highest level of power is where you can be able to win an argument without even trying to like prove anything to anybody. All war is deception. Not everything needs to be posted. Sorry, that is the third point. If I did say that, all war is deception. Not everything needs to be posted. Not everything needs to be announced. Not everything needs to be said, because the silent battles are usually one of the strongest battles. And then if you win them, that's where you are most powerful. So it's not everything that we need to know. You are grinding, please keep it to yourself. You don't need to post it on your status that you are grinding. So one of the most powerful things you can do is to be silent about some of your battles, because deception is one of the biggest. Then the fourth point is timing is everything. In our fast-paced world where everything is disposable, everybody wants instant gratification, nobody wants to wait. Like good things take time, so you have to be like calm and you have to be patient, because timing is very important. Timing is even more important than default, because you need to have like a strategy, and timing is actually one of the key things in your strategy. I'm not saying that you should not start, but always understand that you must have patience. One of the most um how will I put it, one of the biggest, no, I'm trying to think of the word. One of the best big virtues, or one of the best virtues or best habit that you can develop for yourself is to be patient, because now in our world everything is like done very fast. Now everything is fast. You want to like call someone, you just pick up the phone, you want to send a text message. It's easy. There's no like, it's not like then where if you want to get like a single information, you have to go to the library and sit down and read different books. Like everything now is moving so fast. So for you to be a very patient person, you even see that if you want to like load an app, and then the app is taking like more than 10 seconds to load, you have already got it offset and you're swiped already. So developing patience, especially in this like our world and this our generation, is one of the biggest, like one of the best things we can just develop right now. So patience is very, very important, even in our fast moving world. Position, point number five, position is more important than power. Let me say like this: where you stand is more important than how strong you are. Because if you put a battle in a right environment, you're already like half, you've already won like by half. Where you stand or where you are is more important than even your strength. That has to see that environment matters a lot. And then the last point is that smart people are flexible, like they know how to adapt. And especially this thing where they tell you to follow your passion. I'm not saying you should not follow your passion. Follow your passion is a very good thing, but learn how to follow demand. Know what is know what is in vogue, know what is happening, so that you can be able to like adapt to that particular. Yes, your passion may be this particular thing, but this is not the hot thing. This is not what people are like coming for. You have to follow what is in demand, so that you can be able to like adapt, and flow with everybody, because you cannot be moving be rigid and moving to only like one direction. You say, oh, I'm following my passion, I'm following my passion. You have to follow what is in demand and learn how to adapt with your situation, with your generation, with like whatever is happening, with whatever era or like revolution that you are in. So don't be stubborn, be adaptable. And then this whole art of war, the real battlefield is your mind. Your mind is one of the biggest battlefield because if you are trying to, because this book is like literally a war book. Like I said, it's called the art of war. So you have this war now can be, discipline versus laziness, ego versus humility, because that battlefield is your mind. I must not like be on a horse and bring a sword, and then my opponent to bring a sword before it becomes a war. Yeah. So this book is just a general summary of a battlefield with your mind. If you're fighting with your mind, to be able to explain some simple points. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this summary, just comment war, and I'm going to drop a part 2 on a more in-depth explanation, because I really love this book. The Art of War is a very nice book that I cannot summarize in a very short time. So just comment war WAR, and I'm going to drop a part 2 of this book. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next week Saturday. Bye guys.